Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pulp Cthulhu. Gage isn't here right now, so I will be playing both Benny and Bo.
You'll be playing Gage.
I'll be playing Gage. I'll be playing Bo and Benny. So
this is going to get really confusing.
It's going to get really confusing really quickly. Last time we left off, we went to Neversink to investigate the murder of Henry Adler. We found out pretty much immediately that one, the local police force are very bad detectives, and two, that it is a wendigo hunting us, and now we're the hunted. And so we managed to get to Newburgh, where there was a bit of a kerfuffle there, and now,
to say the least,
and now there's a big thing happening in Newburgh. The local police are not prepared for it. We ended up spending the night in the hotel, guns drawn, and that's where we left off. Was the next morning.
Yes.
So,
of the three of you in the room, Bo is actually the first to wake up. Bo would wake up in a cold sweat. If you remember, he's still suffering indefinite insanity. And
Benny, I'm cold.
You're doing great. 10 out of 10.
Right out of the gate, off to a good start.
So he can actually hear, coming from the door, this soft scratching sound clawing against the wooden door. If you remember, the hotel room that you're in, you specifically chose one without windows.
So Bo is going to. What time is it? Like approximately?
Probably about 6 o'clock in the morning.
He's going to wake everyone else up, like right out of the gate.
Okay.
Like shake them awake if he has to.
All right. So, Parker and Benny, you're both awakened by Bo, who looks probably a little bit scared. He seemed a little shaken up since yesterday.
Understandable.
Yeah. It's acceptable.
And he's, casting nervous glances towards the door. Benny and Parker, you don't hear anything really coming from the door.
Mm-hmm.
But Bo seems insistent that something is out there.
If you could roll a check to see if it's actually happening. What's that called?
Reality check.
Yes.
Not quite yet.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Benny is going to grab the shotgun and which way does the door? Do I know which way the door opens out from?
It opens inwards.
Inward. And he's going to, Parker, would you mind opening the door as I'm loading in slugs? Because it's a double barrel, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you... Oh, God, my voice, sorry. Like I said, my voice is a little fucked up. Do you have silver bullets?
No, but even two slugs to the face would probably do some damage, right?
One can hope. Alright, he's going to pull himself out of bed. Still pretty groggy and just definitely not feeling it. Walk over to the door.
And while he's doing that, Benny's going to prepare just in case something's there.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to actually try and listen harder.
So, as you put your ear to the door, you're most likely startled to hear a loud knock against the door.
Oh no. Right against me, Jim.
2 knocks, just.
Yeah. Do they have the little peephole?
No people.
What about a key lock? Like a keyhole?
There is a keyhole.
Alright. He's going to carefully lean down, keeping a safe distance at first, and try to peer through the keyhole and see what he can see.
So looking through the keyhole, you don't see anyone on the other side. However, it could be that they're just standing closer to the door or on the side away from the keyhole because you can only really see
from one
straight
side.
out.
Yeah.
You can see a little more of the hallway further out, but anyone near the door would be concealed.
All right.
And it might not even be intentional. It's easy to, stand and not be seen through the keyhole.
I guess he's going to just softly call out, "Who's out there?"
You hear a familiar face. It's me, Charles.
It's a familiar face.
You hear a familiar voice. It's me, Charles. Quickly, I have news.
How did you know where we were?
There's a long pause to that.
So I know, because I researched it, that wendigos can mimic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just lean to Parker and say, there's a good chance that that's not the doctor.
I had a feeling. Alright, so he is going to... The door is locked, right? Everything's...
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to actually motion and to, switch positions, and he's going to go get his Tommy gun.
Okay.
He's going to start loading in several bullets into his Tommy gun.
Alright.
You better stand back.
Yeah. I'm going to pass the shotgun off to Bo then.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't Bo have one?
I took it.
Oh, okay.
and then Benny will be the one that opens the door.
Alright.
You open the door, stand real far back.
So I assume the way it's set up is Benny's the one opening the door and he's going to kind of duck off to the side. And Parker and Bo are prepared to open fire depending on what we find when this door's open.
Okay. And Parker, I take it your gun is aimed and the first thing you plan to do is fire?
I don't know. This is a hard one. What if it is Charles Gray?
I mean,
now this is just for order of initiative.
You don't have to actually pull the trigger.
Yeah, this is just for order of initiative.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Bo is 100% ready to both because you can pull both rounds.
Yeah.
So he cocks both fucking barrels and is like, if there's something that
the first thing, as soon as that door opens, as soon as it does not look human, he is pulling the trigger.
All right.
So Benny's going to unlock the door and then pull the door open, but going with it, so he make sure he's definitely out of the way.
Mm-hmm. So the door creaks open, and standing on the other side, you see Charles Gray, who looks like he's just about to try and form a response to the question you asked. It's only been maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Then he kind of looks at all of you, guns pointed, just slowly raises his hands.
Benny clinging to the door still.
I don't know what you're worried about, but I promise I'm here with good news.
I want to just grab him by the collar and drag him in, then slam the door and lock it again.
All right.
Door is still not dropping his gun, by the way.
All right.
He doesn't know much about Wendigo, so he doesn't know. Maybe they're fucking shapeshifters.
Yeah, the door is locked, and it's just the four of us in
You gotta
this.
hate those skin changers.
Yeah. Wow. Watch your language. It's offensive.
But
honestly, it does sound like a
door is locked
offensive
now.
term for a changeling. Skin changers.
Door's locked now.
Okay. Door's locked.
Yes.
All right.
Like grab him, slam it, lock it.
Charles is kind of looking around. The three of you, just white faced, looking nervous, and what on earth have you been? What have you gotten yourselves into?
So, do you remember when we went to oh god, what was the name of the city?
Lisbon.
And we ended up finding the Wendigo?
I do remember that, yes.
Well, it turns out it's not dead, and it has a thirst for revenge now.
That's lovely. I take it you're worried that it might attack you in your sleep.
Yes, we are.
No.
Or when we're awake.
Well,
Raises the gun again.
he kind of looks around the room, sees there's no windows to peek out, and says, picked a fairly defensible looking place at least. So, as far as my news, it is fairly urgent. He would hand you the Times.
Oh, what does it say?
The front page of the Times, actually, reads, Red Ripley outbreak terrorizing Little Italy. As you read further into it, as the rampant gang-fueled violence and arson continues, Little Italy is beset by a foreign disease. Doctors fear this strange outbreak, being called a fungal disease by some, may soon spread outside the confines of Little Italy. Those that fall victim are prone to outbursts of violence, insanity, and grow a strange moss-like substance on their bodies. As of this time, there is no known cure. He says, I think it might be Annabeth. That's the only explanation I can think of.
Well, not to sound like a dick, Doc, but we're kind of busy at the moment.
He looks... For a moment, there's an expression that passes across his face you haven't seen before. It almost looks a bit like anger. And then he says, well, if you need help dealing with this thing, I can do my best.
No offense, Dr. Gray, but, you don't strike me as someone who's, combat ready.
He nods his head and says, well, I may not be combat ready, but I do have certain resources at my disposal that you don't.
Such as?
Contacts, people that I used to work with that may be able to provide a little defense.
Defense against a, supernatural being of the night.
Do you realize what my line of research was?
Parker's sitting there like, dude, he's giving us a cure to this weird fungus that's growing on my leg, and you don't think he knows about something like this?
Well, I would simply adore their phone number.
It would be best if I handled them.
Well, tell them to bring as much silver as they possibly can.
No. He nods his head and says, duly noted. Now, are you willing to come with me?
To where?
Back to New York.
No offense, Doctor, but, we, may want to take care of the wendigo first.
Or it takes care of us along the way.
Yes, just because, as of now, we're kind of in a smaller city, but if we go to New York and it follows us, that's more people.
The way that I see it, the more people, the safer you would be.
That is true, because it doesn't have to be seen.
I disagree with you because it did attack us in broad daylight. It's just another more alleyways for it to jump out at us.
Well, whatever you think is best, I can't force your hand, but if Annabeth gets away again, we may not find her for another 15 years.
We may not have that long.
And if the wendigo kills us on our way there, then it doesn't matter.
Well, then I suppose you better deal with it quickly.
I'm just going to look at Parker As if like, what the fuck, man? Like, weren't we doing that?
We're trying.
Do you happen to have any silver bullets on you?
No, not on me.
Do you happen to have any silver bullets, period?
I was gonna say in you.
I have a harpoon gun with silver bullets, but
Holy
I
shit.
don't have.
And is it here?
No, it's at my home.
That doesn't help us.
But it would be a silver stake, would it not? Would that not be considered?
We have a rod.
I know, but would that not be considered?
Oh, yeah.
2 on 1. I've got good aim.
But
I love a 2 for 1.
well, my plan is once when the pawn shop opens up, that we're gonna go there and buy as much silver as we can and melt it down into bullets.
Do we have a place to do that other than the blacksmith or the smith from?
Yeah, that was my plan. Was the smith?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How far is that from here? That's in Lisbon.
No,
it's
there's a
Newbury.
smith in this.
Yeah, like there's
Oh,
both.
okay.
You just
things-
didn't have any silver.
Both things that we have
yes.
that we need are in this town.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I just didn't remember that from last time. My bad.
And then you plan to go and hunt the beast, or wait until it shows up again?
Probably go hunt it. Yes, I feel like that's our best option.
Do you
Parker
have
does
any
like
leads
that.
on finding it?
Well, we have gigantic targets on our back, so honestly, we just kind of wait for it to come to us.
What do you suggest, Doc?
Well, if you're waiting for it to come to you, you may as well go to New York.
You see, let out a heavy sigh. We have already caused one unfortunate accident, and we don't really want to go to a bigger city where that could happen again.
Parker's gonna lean in towards the doctor and say, "I'm indifferent."
He just nods his head as if in agreement, and then says, well, like I said, it is your decision. I'm just trying to find out what you plan to do. I will be heading back to New York regardless. I'm going to try and find her on my own, if you're not coming along.
Doctor's got a point.
We need to get silver and make sure we have ammo first.
Would there not be a bigger supply in New York?
But if it attacks us on our way there, then we don't have anything.
I do.
How many bullets do you have?
It's about 6. No,
Yeah.
one less now, 15.
Yeah.
15.
I don't think that's enough.
Yeah.
So we're going to do the bullet thing first. I'm sorry that our lives are not as important to you, but they are very important to us.
He sighs and says, that's not what I was implying. I simply believe that you would be as safe in New York as you would be here. By which I mean, you're not safe in either place.
He's not wrong. Not wrong.
And again, what I'm saying is, we need to supply up on something to defend ourselves with first.
Well, by all means, do that.
Cool. Will you let yourself out now?
He goes over, checks the keyhole. Alright, well, we'll hopefully see you all again soon.
Where can we meet you in New York?
He gives you an address.
Alright, Parker's gonna keep that.
Okay.
Have it marked down because I'd say first thing in the morning he's gonna go there because he doesn't want to make the doctor, well, not that he doesn't want to make the doctor mad, he doesn't want the doctor to hate him because he's got the fungus growing on him. The doctor hates him. He's not getting cured.
So, do we know when the pawn shop opens?
The pawn shop probably opens around noon.
Jesus.
Because it's a pawn shop.
Yeah. So I'm going
70 hours.
to sit in my hotel room
All right.
until I know for a fact the pawn shop is open.
Okay.
Door locked.
All right. So Parker, what are you up to?
He is probably going to check. I'd say he's probably going to listen to the radio, but quietly.
All right.
So I don't know if
we staying in the room?
Yes. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Cool. Staying in the
What are you listening to precisely? Like what sort of?
News for the area,
Okay.
and then just kind of switching channels, seeing what the local news is saying.
The news from the area, it's pretty much dominated by the attack at the hospital yesterday.
Yes.
And also the subsequent theft of the police station.
Oh.
That's funny.
Funny enough, Parker was not a part of that.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
He was there, but he did not steal anything because he's like, I got my gun.
Hilarious.
Essentially, the police have yet to put out a statement whether they believe that the people that robbed the police station were working with the madman that attacked and killed an officer responding to a gunshot at the hospital.
Don't know who that bitch is.
The police have put out a fairly accurate description of Parker based on what the receptionist saw.
Cool.
And Parker is believed to be working with whoever it was that killed the officer.
Well, this sucks.
Although they
Parker's-
haven't named him as Parker, they've given an accurate description of this is what this guy looks like. He's got a pretty visible facial scar. It's kind of hard to miss.
Really glad he grabbed that little face mask. It would partially cover the scar in his cheek.
Well, maybe we should be more
You
careful.
mentioned it to me. So.
Yeah.
Careful as we go out and explore the city.
Yeah. Nothing I haven't dealt with before. I'll get through it.
Okay. So once like we're fairly certain the pawn shop is open,
Yeah.
I guess we're going to try to low profile our way there.
Yeah, I guess Parker's going to try and change clothes well,
Yeah. Did you bring a change of clothes with you?
he probably would have, but it probably would have looked pretty similar to what he had prior, so he would have to find something. I'd say Benny's probably smaller than Parker.
I think we're the same size.
What size?
Build 0.
I don't know.
Build is down there in your little box.
Oh,
I believe you're
one.
build 1.
So I am.
So you're a little bigger. It would be a bit tight on you for sure.
If you wanna wear one of Benny's outfits, or you can wear one of Bo's.
What was a big?
It'd be a little baggy.
Yeah.
Those are your options.
Yeah. I guess he will wear. Oh fuck. Okay, he's gonna wear Bo's clothes.
Benny dresses Benny dresses
Bo's clothes.
fancy, but he like does not go all. He doesn't like tie everything the right the right
Gotcha.
way. So it's the fucking jacket that's like the obvious that is gaudy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a nicer jacket. Do you want to wear the nicer jacket? Little bow tie maybe.
He can, and he'll probably.
His also known as Benny's performer outfit.
He'll wear that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll wear that, and then
You get
probably.
you get a little frock and a little top hat
Mhm.
and a little bow tie.
Yeah. So he'll wear that, the face mask, and I guess he'll forego the hat this time.
No top hat. Wow.
All right. So you head out in your new duds.
Very unhappy.
Yeah, very unhappy. They don't fit at all.
Oh,
They're
no.
just poorly fitted. You look
Please
kinda-
don't tear those because it's very expensive.
Flex. Bend the shoulders.
Very expensive All of it.
So, as you step outside, you can see the distant police station, the hospital.
Are we coming
which
with
has,
Are we coming with our guns?
Parker would
It's gonna
probably
be hard to
carry.
conceal those.
Yeah,
If
Parker
you're
would probably
bringing them
carry.
with you,
I'm going to leave.
He'll carry his handgun.
Yeah, I'm going to leave the shotgun and the carbine in the hotel.
Alright.
I guess by the hotel for another day.
Yeah.
Just in case, because I know that we're going to probably have to get out at some point. But how much is the hotel cost?
The hotel.
Yeah.
That was within your daily. Yeah.
Well, I want to spend the rest of it on gold and on silver here in a bit. So
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you and I don't think we'll have an issue.
Really quickly, just something that I forgot to mention, bookkeeping wise. Raise your mythos skill by 5. Your
mythos, the cult mythos,
Cthulhu
mythos by 5.
Yeah.
All of us, or just me?
Both of you,
Okay.
and Bo as well.
Okay.
Now, this is because you have repeated encounters with mythos creatures.
Cool.
So just write 5 in the box.
That being said, also, at least temporarily until you become less used to it, because it's been a prevalent issue,
Yeah.
both you, well, all of you are now immune to any sanity loss from the wendigo, because you've dealt with this thing. You know what it is.
Does that include Bo?
That includes Bo.
Oh, boy.
And also, you and Bo are both now immune to mangled corpses and corpses until you stop being used to them.
Okay.
Essentially, because it's like the
You've
last
seen them so
couple
much,
weeks, it's just
yeah.
like, corpses for days. So
Yeah.
you're like just totally used to it at this point.
Yeah.
Essentially, what that means is you've lost the maximum amount of sanity that you can, and every session it goes down by 1.
Okay.
It's a rule that I didn't actually know until looking
So
a little more into
we can
insanity.
watch just the absolute worst fucking train wreck, and it just emotionally wouldn't phase us.
Maybe that might be a little bit that's the
okay.
extreme.
He said
case.
corpses, not murder.
Me and
Like you can see the aftermath.
me in
Yeah.
real life. But
You can see the aftermath and be like, okay,
emotionally, it's just
this
in
is
here. It's dead.
the
Okay,
case that needs
so
to be solved.
I'm going to bring my little pistol,
Okay.
a pistolero,
Handgun.
and Bo is going to bring not his baseball bat because that seems super obvious, but he is going to bring his silver hunting knife. So we were heading, we were heading to the pawn shop.
All right. So you guys head out of the hotel.
Yes.
And you're having that moment again where you're stepping outside. It's like,
I'm going to look,
Mm-hmm.
see if I see a wendigo.
All right, roll a spot.
Can we all roll spot hit?
I get advantage, so
Yeah, go for it.
I have a lot of faith in my ability to nail this.
Roll to see if you see it as it's hiding on the side of the hotel building. Above you all.
Already a success,
But roll for
but roll for the advantage because YOLO. Oh shit, not doesn't count. It's a success.
Okay. So you look around, left, right, up, down, just in case. You never know. And you
In
don't
the bin.
see any wendigos.
Off to a good start.
You do, however, see a lot of police cars.
So we're going to act natural.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to suggest to Parker that maybe he stands in the center of our little ragtag group, as to not draw suspicion.
That sounds good to him.
And you guys said you had put away most of your larger.
I have the pistol on me, but it's like unholstered. My jacket's covering it
Yeah.
up. My little checker jacket's covering
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
Bo has the silver knife on him,
Yeah,
but I think that's pretty fairly easy to hide.
yeah. Parker unloaded the silver bullets from his Tommy gun and kept him.
Okay.
By the way, that is a thing that he would have done. He's
So,
pretty clever.
yeah.
So.
Alright, so they're back in the pistol now.
Well, yeah, and he's got some in the back. So.
Cool. So, you guys are heading down the street, and trying to keep your distance from the police cars trundling back and forth,
But acting natural.
acting natural. As you make your way, probably about a block away from the hotel, you actually see a police car pull up in front of the building, and they step inside.
Our shit's gone.
But we're not going to stop, pause. We're not going to rubberneck it. We're going to keep going to the pawn shop.
Okay. So, you keep moving towards the pawn shop.
Casually. As if we haven't done anything wrong.
Yes.
So,
Because we're smart. like
Parker
that.
is going to actually play it safe and kind of look and be like, wonder what that's about.
so
Is there an natural stat?
yeah, natural. That'd probably be fast talk,
Or
but
stealth, maybe?
I'm good at
because
it.
you're-
I'm good at fast talk, bro.
for now you're
Wait.
fine. You know, you make your way over to the pawn
My ability,
shop.
my ability to act natural.
Yeah, the Junk and Gems pawn shop. Which,
That sounds about right. Sounds like a pawn shop.
Do you want me to do the talking, or
It would be preferred.
okay then?
so
Do you want to wait outside, or
Hell no.
okay then?
the
Bo, you wait outside, and you come in, and if anything bad happens.
Talk to yourself. Okay, babe.
All right, babe.
That just sounded
okay.
really. Yeah, it sounded
Okay,
really weird.
buddy. So we're gonna leave Bo outside, mostly just so I don't have to play him.
So the two of you step inside the pawn shop. You can see, you know, the walls are decorated with various things like guitars, license plates, just knickknacks,
Paddywhacks.
snow globes,
Give a
dog a bone.
yeah, dog bones, real bones, people bones.
I don't know what kind of bones.
So
Stick your tongue to it. Make sure it's still a bone. Is that a bone? Is that a rock?
you're looking around the shop. You can see behind the counter there's a woman in her mid-50s. You know, basically just working the register. Looks up. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
I guess it is getting that time, isn't it?
Yes, we are here for jewelry, preferably silver. I've got a missus back home, and she loves herself silver.
That's a lovely gift. Just look around. There's plenty here and there.
Gonna dig for it.
Where at?
Just all
Like,
over.
yeah, just everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. There's not really a organizational, you know, this is the silver section.
Yeah.
There's a little jewelry section, but there's not much to it. A lot of, like, you know, pearl necklaces, things like that. The actual silver is probably going to be more in, like, silverware and things like that.
So, we're gonna go to the silverware first, actually, like for the spoons and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a way for us to tell whether it's actual silver?
I don't know, is there?
I don't know at a glance. Check the print. Does that say silver?
You can actually roll an appraise check.
Oh fuck! There's a check for it.
Yes, there is.
It's worth a shot.
But Benny, he's probably seen a lot of silver objects in his life.
Probably.
I'm going to roll an appraise check.
Alright.
Do I get advantage for background reasons?
I would argue that you've never, while you have been around a lot of silver, you've never been critical of it and been like, yes, this is definitely silver.
Alright. No. I can't.
So yeah, you're looking, you know, just at the different spoons, you know, some of them are slightly tarnished and you're like, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And sending it back to the others.
You know, excuse me, ma'am.
She says, yeah, how can I help you?
Which one of these is silver?
She walks over, picks up a couple looks and, you know, puts them back down. They all are.
None of these are not silver?
No, they're all silver. They're silverware. It's in the name. If you're trying to find something cheaper, you know, she like points over and slightly less, you know, fancy silverware, just, you know, iron or whatever.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I don't know what the fuck silver's made of, and I don't know what's
Like, is it silver or is it
like
silver
spoon
plated?
that spoons and shit was made of in the in the 20s. But so if I grab as much silverware, like actual proper silverware as I can, how much would that cost me?
Oh, well, if you're asking me.
Yeah.
You're not entirely sure of what her prices are,
Okay.
but, just at a glance, looking at some of the prices, you'd say probably like $10 for all of what she's got there. There's not a huge, it's not like massive drawer full of spoons. It's, there's a couple sets of silverware.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to make maybe 5 bullets.
Is this all the silverware that you have?
Well, like I said, there's the cheaper stuff right over there.
I assure you, I have the money.
Well, as far as fancy silverware, this is all I have, yeah.
What if I'm not picky of it being fancy and it just has to be silver?
It's a very odd request.
She's a very odd woman.
I thought she wanted jewelry, but I guess if you're just buying her a bunch of spoons...
She adores silver, jewelry, spoons, forks, the whole mile.
Well, if she likes silver, you see a gleam in her eye, the hint of a deal. She kind of takes you by the hand and leads you over to a music box, beautifully ornate, crafted in silver. This right here, I just now passed the date where they can come back and buy it back. Mm-hmm. So it's for sale. If you want to buy it, it's $50. If she picks it up and cranks the bottom.
I'm going to try to. I want to see how much silver is on it.
Yeah.
So is that another appraise check?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll roll ass backwards into getting a good one.
You never know.
No, I do not.
Do you not want to spend luck because it's only 5 and you rolled a 6?
He rolled a 60.
I rolled a 60.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought that was a 6.
No, I rolled a 60.
Although, if you want to spend 50
No, I'm good. I rolled a 60. I'm good.
For some reason, I thought that was a 6, and I was like, use the fucking 1 point.
So, I don't...
Question before you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Would we know what song is playing by any chance, like a lullaby or just a generic song, or is there anything special to the song?
Well, it's London Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know if that's actually time accurate because I didn't research that. Surprisingly.
I would say that's an old ass nursery.
Here's my question. Did we read in our research where wendigos have an innate fear of the song London Bridge is falling down?
Yes, we did.
And they're actually horrified by the fact that bridges fall down as occasionally.
Oh my god, bridges aren't permanent structures. What?
That seems a little too steep for my blood, unfortunately. $50 I don't quite have.
Yeah, she says, well, you said price wasn't an option, so I figured I'd try. I could let it go for $45 if you're really strapped for cash.
I'm going to look at her because now she's dealing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your forte?
With me. That's it. I don't know about 45. How about 30?
37.
35.
36.50.
I don't know about it, unfortunately.
38, and I throw in the spoons.
You've got yourself a deal.
Parker's rolling his eyes yet again. He hates these shenanigans.
Listen, isn't this why we bring Benny along?
Yes, exactly.
So
Parker's like, just give the woman the cash.
The proud new owner of a music box and a couple sets of silverware.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not, steel or aluminum.
Well, we can check later. And if not, I have a cool ass music box.
Damn haters.
Do you want to buy anything?
Parker's gonna look for clothes that actually fit him.
There are clothing, and also there are guns here.
Dab dab. Tommy guns? Question mark?
Probably not a Tommy gun. Not because Tommy guns are illegal for sale. It's just they're new enough. No one's going to be partying with their Tommy gun.
Yeah. He doesn't really need another gun.
No, we have
It's Tommy
guns.
gun.
We have guns at the.
We have guns at home.
No, we
Guns
have
at home. Just like pistols.
I've got guns at home. I don't want the guns at home. I hate this
So-
fucking family.
So I'm
Size
going.
of prison.
I'm tapped out for the day.
Mm-hmm.
I assume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Oh, Sugar Daddy Parker back at it again.
I mean, I have just as much spending as you do.
Yeah, but I have yet to spend anything,
Yeah.
so everyone's gonna be like, Parker, buy this.
I mean, Bo has $10. He can.
Man,
I would assume that like breaking.
Gage, while you were gone, we tapped in on Bo's cash.
I would assume.
We
I would
also
assume that
liquidated
like
all of his assets.
paying him to smelt down and make bullets wouldn't be that expensive, and the
No.
expensive bit is
Yeah, it's getting
all
silver.
the silver.
You even have the mold.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to leave with all of my silver.
Alright.
Ching, 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 ching.
Just jangling as you walk down the street.
Yeah, like I said, Parker's just going to get some clothes that definitely don't look like his usual. I'd say he probably has just everything monochrome, just black, white, gray. That's his usual attire. And now he's going to go with something a little more vibrant.
As you are exiting the pawn shop, you see two officers in uniform walking towards you. Bo, essentially like just saw them and started to poke his head in as you come out.
Mhm.
He's like, we've got company, and then you guys are like walking out. And he just kind of thumbs at them walking down the road.
Yeah.
And I'm
They seem to be walking with a purpose.
Alright.
I'm going to send a psychic connection to Parker
Yeah.
and say, we have officers coming this way. I'm going to see if I can send them along.
Alright. Do your best, and we'll see what happens.
And I'm going, I guess, and just how far are the officers away from me?
Oh, they're probably about 200 feet.
Okay. I'm going to wait a little bit before I go, hello, officer! I'm going to wait a little bit.
Yeah. They approach, they see you.
Yeah.
One of them kind of like looks at the other and says something. You don't catch it. They're too far off to hear. But they continue walking towards you, moving a little faster, though they do slow their pace when they see you're not moving away.
Yeah.
They come to a stop in front of you.
How may I help you two fine gentlemen of the law today?
Well, you were seen at the hotel earlier today. You had a room there, I believe.
Yes.
Well, we searched that room, and we found guns that were stolen from the police department yesterday, shortly after the attack. We'd like you to come with us to answer a few questions.
Absolutely, officer. I am nothing if not cooperative, and let the record show that.
You would have mentioned that you grabbed the guns after the attack because you wanted to defend yourself. Something of that nature, perhaps.
Right. And you were staying with some friends. Are they around?
No, unfortunately, it's just me.
Alright. Let the record show that he says it's just him. You go check the pawn shop, and one of them steps inside.
Oh, like steps inside?
Yeah, like
Uh-oh.
goes to step around you to go inside.
Officer. How can I make myself available if you're not willing to trust me?
Parker's going to be starting to hide, by the way.
You're like, as I'm talking, like sending,
Yeah.
like doing, both at the same time.
Yeah.
He's going to look for an alternative exit.
Okay.
While trying to, hide. Like, he's trying to...
It was
Yeah, the
just-
shopkeepers are looking at you like...
It was
Can
just
I help
me
you?
and...
Do you have a bathroom?
Yeah, it's right back there down the hall.
And he's gonna start.
Yeah, she's kind of like looking out the shop window, trying to see what's going on.
Yeah. Actually, he's going to be a little clever about it and just be like, "Do you know why there's so many police cars out there? Saw a lot of them yesterday."
You know, as you're heading down towards the bathroom, she's like, "Do you not know?" And we'll go back to We'll go back to Benny. The one who is making his way inside only stops for a moment. His friend who, has you held there says, "It's not that we don't trust you. We just have to, procedure."
So, will I know if this is a procedure or not? Because I have points in law.
You're fairly certain that this falls within procedure. They might as well poke their head in and see if your friends are actually with you or not. You bought a room together. So
well, officer, I am a very busy man. As I'm like lifting up the thing, I have a train to catch, and I don't have much time to stop. So either we talk now, or I have to go.
Well, I don't mean to be rude, sir, but either you come with us peacefully and answer the questions, or we arrest you and take you to answer them. This is a fairly serious matter that's being investigated. There was an officer killed yesterday.
And like, feigned surprise. Where was that at?
At the hospital.
Well, I was never.
One of your friends was seen leaving.
And how do you know he was my friend?
You seem to have bought a room with him. His description matches up almost perfectly. The clerk was very adamant.
What? Was it the clerk that smelled of alcohol?
Yeah, at this point, the officer, of course, has already gone inside the bar.
Damn it!
You're going out the back.
Yeah.
Where's Bo?
Probably with me.
Okay. All right. So Parker, you the shopkeeper is like talking to you. Do you answer the questions and stay there, or do you just go to the back of the bathroom?
Arrested for fucking heroism.
Yeah.
Welcome to Call of Cthulhu.
Exactly.
Welcome to Call of Cthulhu.
He is probably going to. Fuck, I don't know. Because if he stays there, he might be able to talk to the clerk and make buddy-buddy with her. And
Personally, I say get the fuck out.
yeah. That'd just make him more suspicious and make you more likely to get arrested.
I'm already getting arrested.
Alright, so Parker's going to, I guess, bail.
Okay.
I have my plan. I can
Parker
I can
runs
talk
to
my
the
way
back,
out of this.
where the restrooms are.
Mhm.
The clerk says, "Oh, you must really have to go," and then the officer comes in. You can hear the conversation going down, although it's slightly muffled. You hear the officer, asking a few questions, and you hear her responding, "No, I haven't seen anyone. I'm sorry. It was just those two men from earlier."
Me and Bo!
After a few minutes, the officer seems to leave. You hear the sound of the bell going. There's a long silence. What do you do? You're still in the restroom.
Parker is going to very carefully, he's going to strain and listen, and also send them a message and just ask what's happening.
So, from your perspective, you would see the officer that went into the shop go over to the door, still inside, open it, close it, staying inside.
Staying inside.
Trying to pull a fast one on me.
Is there a problem, officer?
The one that's like inside the shop just goes, The
The officer?
finger of the lips. Yeah, the officer inside the shop that basically opened the door and let it shut, but stayed inside the shop, puts his fingers to his lips.
Alright. Like I said, Parker's reaching out saying what's happening.
I'm going to attempt to send a silent message without my lips moving.
Yeah. I want you to roll a psychic power for that.
Oh, dude, that's not fucking happening.
Yeah. Look at Bo.
That's not happening.
So you definitely do sub-vocalize, your lips move a little bit, but it's almost imperceptible, really.
And just say something.
Look like you're muttering to yourself.
And say, why is he not leaving?
Like the officer?
Yeah, like why is the officer still there?
Alright, so Parker's just gonna hang out, just gonna stay.
Yeah, so
Still
after
listening.
about 2 minutes, the officer actually comes out. And, you hear the door open and close again. And as the four of you begin making your way down the street, the shopkeeper comes to the back room where the bathroom is, knocks a few times and says, he's gone.
Alright, Parker's going to just slowly unlock it and peek out and just kind of look around. I assume they took the other two?
Yeah, they took your friends. I couldn't do much about that.
I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate your patronage. I hope you come back. If you ever need to sell anything that you don't have the deed of ownership to necessarily,
Oh, he's a
I'm happy
criminal.
to
Gotcha. So as I'm
Parker like that.
as I'm willingly going along, I'm just gonna say, you might want to contact Sheriff McGowan. He might get this whole situation, taken care of.
No. There's a moment where the two of them look between each other and then they don't say anything really, but there's a look that passes between them.
What kind of look is it?
Roll a psychology.
I'm good at this! Oh, that's a 5.
Yeah.
That's an extreme success.
It's a mix of uncertainty and fear and a little bit of grief.
Oh no, Sheriff McGowan's dead.
Either dead, missing, or injured.
Yeah.
Or
Cool.
maybe a mix of the
Cool.
batch. Who knows?
So I see that look.
Mm-hmm.
Is something wrong with Sheriff McGowan?
His squad car was found. It looks like he had a bad wreck.
Was he in the car?
Yeah. Did you find him?
No, he's still missing.
That's
His deputy was in the car.
alive? Question?
Dead, I presume.
Yes.
Did it look like it was a car accident?
It's, we're not at liberty to discuss that right now.
Well. Also, because we're really bad about not asking names of characters. What was the woman's name?
The woman's name?
The clerk.
Matilda.
Matilda?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm writing that down for future reference. That's my new homegirl.
Is there? Are you Lisbon officers, by any chance?
No, we're local.
May I speak to a Lisbon officer?
There aren't any Lisbon officers left in Newburgh at the moment.
And why is that, I might ask?
Well, it was just McCown and his deputy that came down here, and they had a wreck. They don't have that many officers in Lisbon.
Cool.
Not excited.
Oh God, what was the fucking sheriff's name?
Freeman?
Was it Fremont? It was Fremont.
Yeah.
Well, may I speak to Sheriff Fremont then?
From Neversink?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we could definitely give him a call, but for now, let's get to the station. And, you guys make your way to the station.
Okay. So, Parker's going to be laying low for now.
All right.
Trying to stay out of the spotlight, and I guess he would follow along close enough that he could maintain maybe just a spotty psychic connection still,
Okay.
without being out in the open, if that makes sense.
All right.
Still, I don't know, just trying to lose himself in the crowd, I guess.
So, as you make your way to the police station, they end up separating you and Bo. They put you into
What good that does.
they put you into separate holding cells. And you get the feeling that questioning you might not be a priority at the moment.
Okay.
So you're not sure when they're going to get around to it.
Am I being restrained?
You're in a holding cell right now. So you're not like,
No.
Yeah,
Did
there's
they-
no handcuffs on you.
Did they search my pockets?
Yeah, before they put you in. So if you have anything in hidden pockets, if you want to roll a stealth for those to see if they found them. And I'll give you a bonus dice because that is kind of your jacket's thing.
Because I always, and if not, I always got resourceful.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna lockpick out of my shoe.
Old prison wallet.
Oh, bad boy.
Yeah. They hardly even search the wallet. They give it a quick pat down.
Like the jacket.
Yeah. The
So I
jacket.
still have my proper locksmith tools
Yes.
on me. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dang, you're rolling really good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait till
Just
I
wait until
till I
it
need
matters.
those
Yeah.
rules.
Exactly. Combat starts. Oh.
So am I within psychic connection with Bo?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask Bo, Bo, what is your situation?
Benny, I'm in a holding cell. I'm scared, Benny. What if it comes for us?
I'm assuming they took your weapon, correct?
Yeah.
Silver
Sylvia,
knife,
Sylvia.
yeah.
They took your gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they took my blackjack?
Yep.
Cool. Luckily these
Scared.
luckily these police officers weren't too good, so I do still have my lock picking tools on me. But I don't know how, unless I need to get out of this room, that's about the only thing that I can do. Honestly, right now I think we're super safe. Because there's no windows, correct? In the holding cell?
Not in yours.
Not in mine. Bo, are there any windows in your holding cell?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay then. Is there like a door? Well, not a door, like a window in my on the door that I can kind of see through.
Oh, it's just like the bars essentially,
Yeah.
like the old style
Bar, yeah.
bar cell wall essentially.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
can actually see what's going on outside. You
Okay.
just can't see Benny because there's an
A bow.
actual you also can't see yourself. There's no mirrors.
Yeah.
But there is a concrete wall separating the two cells that you're in.
So,
His is just at the front of the police station, so it has like a front-facing barred window.
Yeah. So, is there any police officers around?
Yeah, they're walking back and forth, going about their business.
Can I stop one as he's walking past me?
You can certainly try.
Friend, I have a question to ask you.
He slows his pace for a second, glances over at you.
How long am I being detained here for?
We have up to 24 hours before we have to throw charges at you, so...
Do you know who I am?
No, but we'll find out.
Well, I'll tell you who I am. If you come very closely, come to me.
He gets...
I'll whisper it in your ear. It's a
He-
secret.
He seems vaguely amused. He walks a little bit close, but not, right up to the bars. He's not...
And can I, the keys?
You can certainly try, but you're going to have a penalty dice.
Okay.
Because
he's
you're
not
reaching
close.
through... Yeah, he's not that close, and you're, reaching through the bars.
So, I'm gonna try to how close can I get to him?
He's keeping his distance. He's not,
So I'm gonna roll for it.
He's in the position of power. He doesn't have a reason to lean in close.
Yeah.
Still a success.
Wait, 91's a success?
It's 90.
Sleight of hand?
Oh,
I
damn.
have 95.
Yes.
Damn. So either way, that was a success.
Yeah, success.
Even if you rolled a 0-0.
Yeah, exactly. Unless 96 would have been like
Yep.
a fuck up. But like, so as he like
when you
leans
use
in,
luck.
I'm gonna try to distract him by like getting like as close as I possibly can as I like yeet the keys.
Okay.
And say, my last name is Pemberton. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, long pause. Nope. Can't say that it does.
Not a smoker, are you?
No, not really.
Well, damn. Do I get my one phone call?
Yeah. Eventually.
As I'm like holding the keys behind my back.
Yeah.
In your pocket.
Define eventually. I'm a very busy man.
Within 4 hours, I'd say.
And when am I getting food? I'm very, very peckish.
I can get you something. He walks off.
Now, I have a question. How far away? I'm like right next to those, correct?
Yeah, he's on the other side of a concrete wall, essentially.
So I don't. Is there any way to like get the keys to him?
Yeet.
You could possibly, like, slide your hand forward and then, reach around the concrete wall and throw it in, but there wouldn't be any guarantee that it would actually make it in. You can't see. You can't fit your head through the bars, so you wouldn't be able to, like, look around.
I'm going to try it.
Okay.
What check would that be?
That's going to be a throw.
Fuck. If only I
You
was.
might want to just slide it across the floor.
I'm going to attempt to try it.
Okay.
How high is what's my throw stat?
20 is the base.
20 is the base.
17.
17.
Holy shit.
It's a success.
You hear the keys clatter.
Tell me you got those, Bo.
I got him, Benny. What should I do?
Just kind of make sure that they're hidden just in case we have to leave quickly.
You got it, Benny.
And then I'm gonna just chill.
Alright.
I just wanted to make sure that Bo had a way out.
Yeah.
More
So
than
Parker, what are you
anything.
up to?
Parker is, I guess, keeping an eye on the police station, because that's where they're at. They're just at the police station, correct? Or are they at, like,
They're
the
at
jail?
the police station.
Okay.
It's just like a holding cell.
Okay. So he'll be at the police station, just kind of keeping his distance and avoiding all like patrol cars and things like that. So trying
I
not
want you
to.
to roll a spy hidden for me.
Okay.
What I did was pretty flat, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That is
how-
a success.
that's a success?
Yes.
Alright.
How mad are you that shit worked?
Not mad at all. So, as you're, kind of keeping an eye on the comings and goings, you see a rather nice car pull up to the police station. You see a familiar figure step out. It's Dr. Gray. He walks up into the police station.
Do I have one of those like tin cans? Cups?
Her bow.
Do I have a tin cup?
Don't know, but I mean, resourceful, but I don't know why you would have that on you.
Well, maybe they gave me something to drink.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just.
Oh my god.
I know that's why you would. I knew.
I'm not willing to spend the luck on it though.
So, you would see as well because you're nearish to the entrance. At this point, most of the officers just have cleared out. There's like one or two just kind of keeping an eye on the holding cell.
Yep.
And doing some paperwork.
Yep.
You see Dr. Gray walk into the police station wearing a rather nice suit.
Can I wave at him?
He doesn't acknowledge you as he walks in.
You wave. Okay, alright.
He walks over to the police officer behind the desk, looks, down at him and says, "Excuse me, sir. I believe you are detaining my friends. The officer looks up, just, a little confused for a moment. He says, I would like you to let them both go. There's a long pause. You see the officer's eyes dilate, and then blood begins to leak
Oh, he
from
knows
his nose.
spells. He knows spells.
He stands up, his body moving jerkily like a puppet, and he walks over to the cell door, reaches for his keys, and then pauses for a long moment. His eyes, you see them going bloodshot as he's trying to find the keys.
They're gone.
They're gone.
Can I just lockpick the door open?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you start lockpicking the door open, and as you see more blood flowing from his nose.
That's a success.
I'm not here for this. Ayo.
Of course, it's a success. It's like my highest stat. So I get the door open.
Yeah. The door opens, and the officer shakes his head slightly, and then walks over to the other door. At this point, Bo, kind of getting the message, unlocks his door as well, and the officer just stands there, sort of dizzily shaking back and forth, eyes just almost blank.
Do you want to lay down, friend?
He doesn't respond. Dr. Gray says, we should go.
Well,
Take the officer and set him back down in his chair.
I'm going to lead the officer. Can I lead the officer back to the chair?
Yeah, you just kind of
Gently
I
go.
also-
push him along, and he's sort of taking stumbling steps.
Do I know where my shit would be?
Not really. Probably
Hmm.
probably in some evidence locker.
Is there an evidence locker located nearby?
You don't know the layout of the police station, really.
I can't leave.
Well, actually, no. You were here before, so
Yeah.
you do know where the evidence.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. You knew.
Okay. I'm going to try to get there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell
you see-
Bo, Bo, you need to leave now. Go find Parker.
Mhm.
I'll stay and make sure that we get our stuff.
Dr. Gray says, I'd really prefer not to have to do that more than once in a day.
Well, then you can
Try
also
not to get
leave.
caught again.
Great. And then I guess Bo's going to leave. That way, in case anyone gets caught, it's just me. It's fine. I'm going to attempt to be stealthy AF
Mm-hmm.
and sneak to where I think the evidence locker is.
All right, roll a stealth.
Oh God, I'm not good at this.
I sure am, so I will be sneaking.
That is a fail.
All right. So, you make your way to the evidence locker, and as you do, you see one of the people that answered, phones.
Yeah.
You saw them actually yesterday. Looks up,
Yeah.
glint of recognition in their eyes as they look at you, and then they, kind of look around and start yelling, "I need help! I need help!"
I'm just gonna go. Your friend, he let me out and said that I could get my stuff.
Yeah, she doesn't look convinced.
I mean, he let me out. I assure you.
You can roll a fast talk with
Disadvantage.
disadvantage,
That's fine.
mostly because you were here yesterday and
Success already.
okay.
Success
Nice.
already.
Roll the
Okay.
same number twice. Whew.
She glances into the room where you came from and sees the officer sitting at his desk.
Yeah.
All right, I guess they cleared everything up. I'm sorry. You scared me a little bit. Go ahead. It's right over there.
Is the door?
Walks over and unlocks it for you. Opens it.
I want to go grab mine and Bo's stuff.
Mhm.
Just shove it in my. Parker didn't get arrested.
No, but they took his Tommy gun. I bet from the hotel.
Is
I don't think it would be in.
is Parker's
Yeah, you
Tommy
see
gun there?
all the guns that were stolen.
Tommy gun, only thing that matters.
I'm going to grab the Tommy gun
All right.
because I think that's about the only thing that I can get away with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
And
can
I'm
keep your
going
guns.
to try to cover it as best I can.
Yeah.
It's super obvious though, anyways. And
Again,
I'm
it's
going
an open carry law.
And I'm going to mosey my way out as fast as I possibly can.
All right. So as you're moseying your way out, you see the officer who is still sitting there, kind of looks almost drunk. His nose is bleeding profusely, and then he falls forward, his face hitting the desk with a loud thunk.
Ouch. And just keep going.
Yeah. As you make your way out the door, you hear the woman that you kind of convinced, Officer Nichols, wake up, what's wrong? You're not sure what's going on, but you make your way back out.
Yikes.
There's Bo and Dr. Gray around.
Yes.
Is Parker there?
I have to sneak to them, don't I?
You're kind of like across the street.
Yeah, I guess he would send a message and just mention, I can see you guys, I'm just across the street. Just like,
so
real quick.
I'm gonna stop Dr. Charles Gray, and I'm going to ask him, what did you do in there?
You thought you were the only ones with talents?
I don't have a talent. I can talk to Parker and Bo.
Well,
What was that?
something that I don't like to do very often.
Can you teach me that?
I don't believe that I can.
How do you know that?
I've never tried to teach anyone, but it's also something that I don't believe can be taught.
Can I get a read on him?
Go ahead.
I'm trying to get a read. Dude, I love the psychology check. Oh, bad boy. That's an extreme success.
You don't see any lie in his demeanor. He seems to be being forthright with you.
But have you ever tried to teach someone?
No, but it's like trying to teach someone how to regrow a limb.
So you were born with that.
No.
Then how did you know how to do it?
I have been just as exposed to the infection as you have been. I worked with it, obviously.
I thought it was a cool spell. I thought Benny was going to learn this cool spell.
He might be able to learn how to do that. Just, who knows?
Not with a psychic skill of 1, he's not.
You never know.
But,
Maybe Parker will learn to do that.
I'm going to hand Bo his stuff back, and I'm going to tell Parker, they have the shotgun and the carbine, but I did get your Tommy gun back.
Yes.
Maybe we should head to the blacksmith post haste.
I believe that it might be best if you leave this city.
You know what? Maybe that is for the best.
Yeah, we're one.
I still have all the silver, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Maybe that is for the best. Wait, did I get my gun?
Did you?
I mean, I would assume that it was with the shit that that was taken on my
You grabbed
person.
everything that owned
Your blackjack and all that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I was like,
All right.
wait a second.
Question, is Parker going to have to sneak across the street or something?
We'll
No. You were already across the street. He came to you.
Oh, okay.
we'll meet.
Gucci.
We should get out of the city, though.
Great.
Well,
We only
you can ride in my car.
Unfortunately, I need to get my my suitcase from the
Hotel?
hotel. Yes.
It's probably at the police station.
I'll be back. Just
You would have seen it in the evidence locker.
Yeah, you would have grabbed it.
I'm going
Okay,
to
then you grab it.
grabbing everything that we have.
Yeah, like I said, everything that belonged to you, you grabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
not the guns that we.
Yeah.
in quotes,
I'll leave
stole.
those. I'll leave those. They deserve to have those.
You can keep those. You can keep your own guns.
But yeah,
We'll lend them to you.
my clothes and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. I guess Parker's too.
Mhm.
They grab everyone's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys traveled fairly light. I mean,
Yeah.
you were only going to another city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parker literally just had one change of clothes, and
Yeah.
it looks exactly like his other set
Yeah.
of clothes.
So, Dr. Gray leads you over to his car, which is a very nice car.
Okay.
He steps to the side of it and gets into the back, actually.
So who's driving this?
So as my chauffeur. Yeah, you look forward. There's a man sitting in the front. Oh, hello? My name's Tom.
Who are you?
Tom, he just said.
Dr. Gray, are you rich?
Yes.
Why have we been funding these our own expeditions?
You are also fairly well-to-do.
Me, personally, I am broke.
I'm pretty well off.
Listen, if you need monetary compensation as well as an offer of a cure and treatment, then I suppose I can be parted with $200, but I figured that you didn't really need that.
Wait. I want to... Okay, so... Does he know, like, have a good idea of who we are?
Yeah, he's been to your estate. multiple times.
Okay.
Sure.
No,
Not your family's estate.
Okay, that was my... I was like...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, he's been to your family's estate.
Yeah, I was like...
Your estate.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
I think what he was asking though is, does he know like our backstory?
Yeah, that was my question. Was does he know our
You don't
history?
think he does. You haven't really opened up to him. But he also did find you this morning.
He's been pretty good about finding us.
Dr. Gray,
Never answered my question, that bitch.
we'll go to New York with you, but we are going to have a talk about how exactly you found us.
I told you I have contacts.
And I have so many questions, Dr. Gray.
Well, it's a long car ride back.
That it is. I'm going to sit in the front with Tom.
Alright.
I'm going to sit in the front with Tom.
Alright, you sit in the front with Tom.
New buddy! Sir, I'm just a chauffeur.
I had a friend once named Tim.
Oh. Call back to Star Wars.
Super gay.
He is
Yeah.
gay. Yeah, that is true.
Rest in peace,
Are
his
you?
boyfriend, though. Yikes.
Huh?
Rip.
I said, rest
sad.
in peace, his boyfriend. He got blown up on a
Anyways,
asteroid base.
but yeah, on the way
Oh,
back
that
to
was
New
very
York, the real question I just want to ask Dr. Gray one question is has he done any research onto what we did before he met us? Is my real question.
Mm-hmm. So do you try and be discreet about asking in a roundabout way, or are you just gonna?
No, super upfront. Like,
Okay.
did you do like a background check?
When you were captured at the fair, files were made on each of you. I know about your past, your history, your. He glances over at Parker.
Who's not looking at him?
Yeah. Illicit dealings and connections to the mob. I don't care about any of that.
I mean, I haven't done anything all of that illegal.
Wait. They don't know that he has connections to the mob.
We just kind of assumed.
Well, yes, yeah. Yeah. I know, I'm just saying, I was like, they may have had suspicions. Suspicions now confirmed.
But,
This guy's just unfazed by dead bodies. It's
Yeah.
the strangest
But,
thing.
Just carries a Tommy gun around.
Yeah, exactly. He's got moonshine in his pockets.
but, technically, I'm not the big illegal one here. That's Parker's gimmick.
Like I said, I don't really care what you do in your spare time. I'm mostly interested in the connection that you might share with my daughter and your ability to find her for me.
Would he not also share a connection?
You
Because-
ask that?
Yes, yeah, Parker will. He was like, would you not also share a connection?
She knows about me.
So she cuts you off.
Exactly.
Interesting.
What I can do may seem powerful, but I am nothing compared to her. She is
Great.
terrifying.
Can't wait to get my cheeks clapped by Annabeth.
Yeah.
Okay. Because your sister's name's Annabelle? Oh.
Keep it on the DL. I'll have to edit that out now. I think I actually already mentioned it once before. But,
You did. You did.
Otherwise,
Oh no.
But you can edit it.
But anyways, so I guess we'll ride back to New York. I'm going to be very careful and look to see if we don't get attacked by wendigos on the way
it's
there.
like 6 of them jump on
And
me.
it's an army of wendigos and the bears from episode 1.
Yeah. crocodiles as well.
But
Just coming out of the sewer grates.
Wolfmaster.
but yeah. On the way, do we stop at a blacksmith in New York?
I suppose you want to melt down all that silver.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Unless you have magic mind powers that can do it here.
no, I don't.
Worth a shot.
It's the professor acting it.
Yeah.
You never know, man. You
Exactly.
never know.
So
Parker in the back staring at the silver like, I wonder. Hold on a second. Like the whole, like, have you tried to move something with your mind? Parker
Yeah.
sitting there like, melt.
But
Melt.
we'll ride.
pyrokinesis.
We'll ride.
Exactly.
We'll ride to New York, I guess.
All right. So
We're gonna stop at a blacksmith on the way.
all right. Yeah.
Yes.
You stop at a blacksmith. You go inside, and pretty quickly you have the mold. You have
Yeah.
the silver.
I too would like bullets for my 45, please.
Question though. Can Parker examine the box first? The
The
music box.
yeah,
Yes.
sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, actually, it's up to you.
Go ahead. You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bought it.
So he's gonna ask for it real quick and just kind of look it over.
Do you have an appraise skill?
No, he's not looking for that. He wants to see if there are any hidden compartments or anything
Okay,
first.
go for it.
Okay, with that, what would that be?
Spot hidden.
Spot hidden.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could have fucking done that.
All right, that is a success.
Okay. So, looking it over, you check for any sort of hidden compartments.
Or even any initials or anything like that.
Yeah. So, on the bottom there are initials. CL. And you do find a small compartment. It's where it's not necessarily a secret compartment, but
It's like a latch or something.
it's where the spool and
the music box. and
yeah,
everything.
yeah. It's one of the cranked music boxes. I'm not sure exactly the technical term for it, but it's essentially just a spool with a bunch of little dots on it,
Mm-hmm.
and the almost like metal comb
Yes, yeah.
pings and makes the music.
Yes.
So it's where you access that part,
Uh-huh.
probably to clear jams. When you open it up, there is a note that's taped to the inside of the cover.
Hmm.
And it says, "To the love of my life, Charles."
Is this your music box?
He glances down at it and says, "I've never seen that before in my life, no."
CL, you said were the initials?
And it's from Charles, not like "to the love of my life, Charles," but from...
Yeah, from them. Okay. Parker's going to attempt to use psychic on that just to see,
Okay.
because it may not pertain to anything. But
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's a side quest. And you know what we're good at?
Side quest.
We know what we're good at right here, avoiding fucking side quests at all costs.
Okay. C4. Do I want to spend the luck to get that?
We actually have to mark down 95 because we can't get 99 now, can we? Correct.
Can't get 99.
We cap out at 94
Yeah.
sanity now, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and just mark 90. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Do you see what I'm doing? Just go ahead and erase. Just do that. Mark it off.
Yeah, that works.
It's a good.
Because you're never getting it back.
never getting it back.
It's gone.
Okay.
Gone forevers.
Once you learn about the magic demons, they're
Can't unlearn it.
can't unlearn it.
Okay, so I'm going to use luck to push that into a success.
Okay.
So he's going to use psychic to see what this is about.
Alright. So you take a moment, lay your hand on the note in particular,
Mhm.
and take a deep breath. Essentially, almost going into a meditative state, and you get a few flashes. They're brief, and you get the feeling it's been a decent amount of time, as opposed to the previous few times when you've tried to do this. It's been the day before, or less than a week ago.
Yeah.
Right. This time you get the feeling that there have been probably years between what the events you're currently witnessing and now. So everything is faded, kind of muffled and blurry, but you get the image of a man, probably in his middle age, and a younger woman, basically just enjoying a romantic boat ride.
Gotcha.
And you don't recognize them. You take them probably to be Charles and whoever he is, madly in love with.
Yeah.
And at some point he brings out this music box and plays it for her, and they share a kiss, and then the vision fades.
Ugh, disgusting. Alright. He's going to hand Benny the note.
And if you wanted to try and memorize either their faces, you could. That's up to you.
I guess he will just in case, but
Okay.
Never know.
never know.
You never know.
Never know.
It's Charles all along. Charles,
They didn't.
the Wolfmaster.
They didn't look the same.
Yeah,
It's actually the Wolfmaster.
But
Charles Wolfmaster.
yeah, we're gonna stop at the blacksmith.
Okay. So yeah, you stop at the blacksmith. It doesn't take very long. It doesn't take very much money to get the silver melted down into bullets.
So I want to know how.
Longest part
I want
is
to know.
waiting for it to cool.
I want to know before we melt down the
Silver.
obvious side quest object.
Oh yeah.
How many bullets would that be worth?
Probably, he looks it over, actually having some points of praise as a blacksmith, and says there's not actually that much silver on it. It's mostly, tin and steel, and there's silver plating in a few pieces, and if you want, he could rip the bits off. It would definitely ruin it. It would still play music, but it would be, kind of crappy to look at.
Yeah.
Probably
want to keep it as is then. That's up to you.
You'd get about 3 bullets out of it.
No, that's not right. No, that's up to you. It is your box. You purchased it, so that is up to you.
So the silverware is.
The silverware, turns out that you bought 4 sets.
Okay.
One of those sets is just silver plated. And there's
that bitch. We called that.
And there's not any good way to melt it down, at least here, and separate the silver from what it's plated with.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of, that set's not going to do you any good. So you can get about probably 4 bullets off the silverware. And it's not much. It's just spoons.
Listen. Just in case, because my life is also in danger.
Yeah. So you're going to
strip that fucking music box down.
All right.
Okay, that's fine. Or are you going to keep the music box itself?
I'm keeping the music box itself.
Okay.
Just strip it off. Just that's 7, correct?
So yeah, you strip it of the ornamentation. It's still just kind of a tin box that plays music now.
Yeah.
It's got like little figurines that dance on the top.
So it's 7 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to have a music
So
box.
it's basically a straight clip. I got a clip.
Yeah. Spring was bent, so like when the ballerina would go, she'd be like swinging out sideways.
But that's what I'm doing.
Cool.
All right. So with that
I'm gonna
done,
load a clip of once I get it. Just go ahead and load a clip of the silver. I'm sorry, I have like 2 clips. So one's just regular bullets and one is silver bullets, just in case. You never know.
Yeah, with that done, you guys make your way to New York City.
Yep.
Yes.
And Charles says, well, now that you're back, unless you want to come to my estate and discuss further, I would appreciate if you make your way to Little Italy and see what you can find out.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a question that I wanted to ask Savannah. Should we send Bo back to the house with the box and let him rest because he kind of passed out, and we can just Elvis and Costello this?
We could, and that would be more practical for us.
Mm-hmm.
But that also runs the chance of him getting attacked while he's alone.
This is true.
So, I don't know. Do I trust our keeper to not kill a character off the side?
Make sure that you lock the doors, Bo.
Stay away from the windows. To the walls. To the walls.
I guess it comes down to, do you trust your keeper?
No.
I'm going to send Bo home.
Okay.
ask Charles to take him home. Tell Bo.
Maybe have him stay with Charles.
Yeah, maybe is that a thing that we can do, Charles?
Yeah. So when Charles hears that Bo ran into some psychological problems, he says, "I actually know someone that might be able to help."
Wonderful.
Someone suited to defend against wendigos?
No, someone that might be able to ease his mind.
Send him that way.
What if the wendigo shows up?
Bo's big.
And scared.
Yeah. Make sure that you have the knife on you at all times.
Elephant and the mouse.
I'm going to send Bo with Charles Gray
Okay.
Alright.
to get his mind at ease.
Compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to go investigate what's happening in Little Italy.
Alright.
Alright.
Elvis and Costello style.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
Who's on first? That's a reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Keep going.
So, I take it you head to the Little.
Yeah, me and Parker will.
Alright.
It's two bros.
Two bros.
So, you make your way there, and when you arrive, do you take, I imagine you probably take a cab.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
When you tell the cab driver your location, he says, you might want to rethink where you're going. I don't know if you're locals, but they've been having a lot of problems. Probably best to stay out of there.
Just pay the man, Parker.
I mean, I'm not trying to tell you your business, but what with the arsons and the disease going around, it's not safe.
Just pay the man, Parker.
It's gonna lean over with the money in hand and give it to the guy. Just drive.
Alright, funeral. Just drive you there.
Try not to breathe too deep when we open the doors.
So, when you arrive, you find the... You may have been there before. It's... Right now, much less lively. If you've been there before than it has been in the past, you can see there are several buildings that have burned almost completely to the ground.
So we missed the riot. Cool.
Woo! Dang, I was looking for a party. Shame.
You can also see that there are a few people on the streets. They kind of like look up as you pass by. Seems like pretty much the only ones that are actually outside right now are the homeless, who cast you wary gazes as you pass by.
Question. Do they happen to look infected? Like a majority of them?
If you look closely, you can see one or two have, bright patches of very familiar-looking red hair growing on their cheeks, and, mostly around the mouth.
Oh, they've been eating something, I guess. Perhaps either that or there's a prostitute.
And make sure that there is
Just a single prostitute.
Rogue.
a
Oh
good
my god, Annabeth, what have you been up to?
a good 2 to 3 feet between me and the nearest person.
Wait, are we still in the cab? Okay.
No, you've stepped out.
How's it going there, friend?
Yeah, it's been better.
Do you know how that happened to you?
Well, I mean, I lost my job at the cannery, and then... Oh, you mean the stuff on my cheek? I thought you meant...
No, I don't really give much care about your homelessness problem, but...
Parker's gonna dislike that.
I mean, I was gonna be helpful, but never mind. I'm going back to bed. He just kind of like rolls over.
You know what?
Parker smacks Benny. Back of the head.
I don't have any money on me, so I can't give him anything. That's what I was gonna do, but I don't have any money because I spent it all. Listen, friend.
Not your friend.
Well, we are here to investigate the red fungus appears to be.
Yeah, the Ripley. It sucks.
Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah.
Well, believe it or not.
Stop. Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Listen, I was going to be fucking vague. You're the one that had to... Okay. But, do you know where it started?
Maybe.
Maybe's not a yes or a no there, friend.
I mean, I don't know if I know.
Can you give us a lead?
Yeah, there's a pawn shop. It's called One Man's Trash. The guy there usually sells information, and it's usually good.
Cool, thank you. And just... What, and like... Here. There.
It's up the road a ways, about 6 blocks down.
Okay, then. I'm going to start walking that way.
Parker's gonna give him a little cash before they go.
I don't have any money. I can't.
Yeah.
I was going to,
How
but I
much can you
can't.
give him?
I'd say he probably gives him maybe $10.
Alright, he looks down at it just wide-eyed.
That's a windfall
Yeah.
in 1950s time,
Mhm.
1920s time.
Kind of stands up and hugs you.
He
Yeah. Like,
Hand on
goes
chest.
to.
Yeah, hand on
He's like, I'm
chest.
sorry, this is gonna change my life. Thank you so much.
Don't mention it. Just keeps going.
Going to head to one man's trash.
Alright.
Parker didn't always start off with this money. Parker was a po' boy. Straight to Louisiana.
Always been rich.
Benny's like, ew, filth.
Yeah. Disgusting. Is this some sort of peasant joke?
But
So you find it fairly easily. It's along, like the main street you're currently on. Looks like your average pawn shop from the outside.
I'm going to go in, I guess.
Going inside, you see a similar pawn shop to the one that you were in previously. There's knickknacks and
Paddywhacks.
instruments. There's actually quite a bit more in the way of
Stop
weaponry
with
in
the
this
Irish
one, though.
slurs.
It's not an Irish slur.
It is. Paddywhack?
No.
Yes.
You know, I can get away with it because my last name is Lovelace. So, moving on.
Can I get away with it because my last name is Davis?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dalton's very Scottish.
Yeah. Like, I think technically it's English, but moving on.
I still have flashbacks to the potato famine. It's
Yeah,
rough.
Shut up.
it's a rough time. It's a rough time.
Yeah.
And also
I'm pretty
dating.
sure, like I said, I'm pretty sure Lovelace is English.
Yeah, I think it's
Shut
English.
him. Shut him.
But I'm dating McCall, so
Yeah, that's pretty.
that's definitely Irish.
Yeah, that sounds very Irish.
So, you arrive inside, and you see behind the counter.
It's okay, I can say the word. I get a pass.
Can I get a
My
pass?
girlfriend.
Yeah. She's Irish. She's one of them.
Don't think it works like that.
And behind the counter, you see a man with slicked back, oily hair, and a pencil-thin mustache.
A man after my own heart.
No.
Yeah, got you.
As you step inside, he's like, "Oh, good to see you. My name is Vinny Weiss. Look around, buy something."
Like some information.
I'm gonna look at Parker and I go, how come I get the suspicion that I'm not going to like this person?
Never know until you try.
Well, hello there, Vinny. My name is Benny.
Also, mentally, after he says that, Parker says, "I don't like most people." In his head, like mentally.
But
So only Benny hears that.
but
Echoing in his skull. I don't like most people.
But we're here for some information.
Well, I sell that too. What are you trying to find out?
We're trying to find out about the origin of Ripley.
No. How much are you willing to pay?
Look at Parker, because I don't have any money on me.
Again, Sugar Daddy Parker.
I wasted on silver
Back at it again.
at our hotel that we didn't spend the night at.
What I find funny is that just because of game logic, and I probably should have been like, yeah, you don't actually have money today. Because of the game logic of you left and then spent all of your money and then were like hard up in that city, but then you went to sleep and the next day you had money again.
Well, the way,
See what I'm saying? Like, you just sort of like
the way I'm figuring it is you have like a budget. Like you always have money on you, but you have a budget of $50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the way I'm treating it.
I know. I'm just saying, like, because it was, only 1 day's span between the two.
Listen.
Take a long rest, get your spells back.
Yeah, exactly. Get your.
Listen, at a certain point, we have to acknowledge that we are.
Actually, it just turns out all the investigators in Call of Cthulhu have leprechaun gold. They just give you the money and then it appears back in their pockets.
Yeah, like it's, I mean, at a certain point, you just have to acknowledge that we're playing a video game, and despite our best intentions, we are going to inevitably game the system.
Slightly.
And we could. There's a whole podcast that we could do about that shit, about like unintentionally gaming the system. But we're moving right on along.
Yes.
So I'm going to look at Parker.
Yeah. Parker rolling his eyes and reaching into his pocket for his wallet. So, how much do you think they should give him?
How much is that information worth?
Depends what you're willing to pay.
Well, you see, we work for the New York Times, and we have a reporter's budget, so keep that in mind, friend.
All right. Well, if you make a newsworthy story based on the information that I give you, then I guess your investment's worth it, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure that getting a name dropped as a source would be...
I'd rather not have that, actually.
Well, I mean...
In fact, I'd probably charge you extra if you're going to consider even putting my name anywhere near the...
If you give us information, we definitely won't.
Is that a threat?
Parker's going to pull out a gun and says it is now.
Oh, I'm being robbed.
It wasn't a threat, but I guess now it is.
He's going to pull out $5, lay it on the counter, and slide it towards him. Everything you know.
All right. Well, listen. I don't know how good this information is because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me myself. But
don't have to roll intimidation.
The reason that it's called Ripley is because of the Ripley gang. Melvin Ripley.
I'm pretty sure we know who that is. Isn't that Selena's boyfriend?
Wait. Oh, God. Yeah. Figured it out.
Fuck. I almost did business with that man. I kind of did business with that man.
And where is Melvin Ripley at right now?
I don't have a tracker on the man, so I can't tell you where he is like right now.
But best guess. Or my friend shoots.
He's got a place. It's called Club Torch. It's like his hideout, his headquarters. I don't know.
And where is that?
It's like downtown Manhattan. It's not here in Little Italy.
Any more specific?
And you could probably ask someone for an address. I don't have it off the top of my head.
If we go and we find Selena, then we'll find Marvin.
Yeah.
Melvin.
Melvin.
Maintenance?
Yeah. You're thinking of the D&D campaign with Marvin. Marvin's magical forward. But
Melvin.
Yeah, Melvin. Okay then. Well,
Martin.
I'm
Maxine.
really sorry about the pulling the gun on you, friend. We'll be sure not to put your name in the story.
I appreciate that. Of course, there's a story to be had, and journalists holding up honest businessmen. Jeez.
Well,
I never claimed to be a journalist.
Yeah, so
holsters the gun.
He's my
Your friend is very scary.
He's a good bodyguard though. Good bodyguard.
He's going to just slowly turn and look at Benny just out of the corner of his eye.
Well, friend, you take your $5, and we'll go our separate ways.
Can you feel the hole burning into the side of your skull?
And I guess we're going to just casually leave and go down to downtown.
Pyrokinesis.
Yeah.
Down,
Set him on fire.
downtown Manhattan.
This boy is on fire. Okay. So we making our way downtown.
Making our way downtown.
Walking fast, hauling ass because we got somewhere to be. No.
We'll swipe to downtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
All right.
Parker is going to.
Around what time is it, by the way?
Oh, probably easily 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, Parker's going to try and reach out for Selena.
All right.
See if he can feel anything.
You reach out, but you don't get any answer back.
Okay.
So, with that said, you ask around for a little while. Can I clear the table here?
Oh boy.
You ask around for a
Map.
little while.
Oh god.
The map.
I think Steven saw me bring this in, actually.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
A 3D
set it
model.
here.
You told me about
I
this.
did mention it. So,
what the hell am I looking at?
A
I will
club.
describe it. So, you arrive at the outside of Club Torch, which is a rather nice establishment. As you step inside, you can hear the performer, actually, live performance. Let me get this going. So, inside, just a quick description of the room.
Roll to acknowledge the song is Jedi Rocks.
It is not. It is not. I'm mildly worried that it might be copyrighted. I don't know. Are we worried about that one?
Listen, no, not really, because
Okay.
it's not like the YouTube videos are doing huge numbers.
That's true. That is very true. I just didn't want to get your channel.
You just can't monetize the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you do monetize the video, they
I'm gonna play it softly.
copyright
Anyway.
claim strike it, and then
Yeah.
you
It gets
just
taken down.
yeah.
You step inside. This right up here, this section is actually a stage. The
Okay.
performance is taking place right up here. There's a bar below here, as well as along here. This is where you basically order your drinks. There's stools.
Question.
Mhm.
A bar.
Yeah.
During the Prohibition.
Yes.
In the middle of Manhattan.
Yes.
Wow. Ballsy.
Yeah.
Are there any police officers around? Do I gonna
Probably.
check? to
Probably.
see if there's okay.
It's
If you remember, he was also serving the stuff pretty much openly at a tent.
I-
Didn't seem to have a police officer.
I
working.
acknowledge that when it happened.
Yep.
Okay.
So over here, you have an elevator going to the second floor, which you don't know what's going on there. You can see there are multiple, looks like henchmen moving around, essentially keeping an eye on people. There are people just enjoying their drinks. Nothing too out of the ordinary, aside from the fact that this is a bar running in the Prohibition. Although, you don't know if they're serving actual alcohol,
Yeah.
but it's bar setup.
Yeah.
I'm going to go up to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, friend. Is Melvin around?
He looks you over and says, I believe he's upstairs. What do you want with him?
I just wanted to talk to you. I'm an old friend.
Uh-huh. An old friend of Melvin's.
Yes.
All right. Well, you got a name?
Parker's gonna lean in and say, Parker Barrow.
He doesn't register. He doesn't
Yeah.
register with him, but he says,
Is that Gnarls Barkley song?
a 1920s version.
Yeah.
Thought it was kind of fitting. So he glances over. He says, "Hey, Tony, you see this guy, rather muscular looking, with a weirdly flat head. Just kind of the first thing you notice about him. His head just look like
Bashed in
yeah, it looks
one or
like
two
it
times.
might have got bashed in a couple times. Tony, go tell him that there's a Parker Barrow. Yeah, Parker Barrow here to see him." And the guy who supposedly is named Tony walks towards the elevator.
Alright.
They get you guys some drinks while you're waiting.
Parker's gonna refrain.
Yeah,
He'll shake his
also,
head and kind of
I
wave
don't
him
have any
off.
money. I can't. Is water free?
Depends if you want ice.
No.
Then it's free.
Okay, then that's fine.
Gotta keep in mind, the frigid air is a thing. It's common, but
so
not.
just a water.
All right. So you get yourself a water.
Do I see anything? Do I see anyone that's infected while I'm sitting at the bar?
Roll a spot hidden.
Okay, with advantage because I got. You know, I'm just gonna use one of these over here.
Okay.
Do
you want Daddy Parker to buy you a drink?
I get advantage. That's 10, so I doubt I'm gonna get much better than that. Oh, that's a 0. That's 100. That's 100. Yeah. So but I got a 10. So that is a critical success.
Glancing around at the patrons,
Extreme
you don't notice anyone that looks infected. However, you glance back at the bartender, and as he's pouring drinks, you see his sleeve slips down, and you can see there's what looks almost like red hair across the top of his arm.
He doesn't have red hair up top, correct? So when he like hands me the water, I'm gonna just push it off to the side.
All right.
Suddenly, I'm not very thirsty anymore, there, friend.
Well,
It was free.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it was free.
I just like to look at the water. It's okay.
I just enjoy seeing it.
Yep. Climate change hasn't hit us that hard yet. Yet.
So I guess we're just gonna sit here and wait.
All right.
I'm gonna start looking, see if I can get like. Can I see from my position on the bar? Can I see if maybe the infection is starting here, or is that something that would be beyond my vision?
Yeah, that's not something you just be able to look around and be like, oh, there's someone who is clearly infected.
Well, what is it the water?
Oh, did you kind of like
You
pick
said
up the glass and look
Yeah.
at it? It's just water.
Okay.
You don't see anything inside of it.
Okay.
Parker wants to check out the lip of the bottle on the shelves and stuff and see if he can see anything unusual about that.
Okay.
Because you said it was spreading around mostly around their mouths.
Yeah.
Roll a spy hidden.
Okay. Let me get my character sheet out from underneath our dice tray.
But I think we've solved it.
That is a hard success.
Hard success.
Yes.
All right. So, look at the different bottles. They look normal. You do notice the lack of anything actually alcoholic.
Mm.
Although you're fairly certain they probably do serve
Yeah.
alcohol.
I'm sure if I were to go behind the bar, I'd find something. I know those little secret compartments.
So, as you're looking around, Tony would make his way back from the elevator over to where you're sitting at the bar and says, all right, Melvin will see you. He points it to Parker. It sort of like glances over at you, giving you the clear message that you're not invited upstairs.
I want to send a telepathic link, and I go, I'll investigate the lower floor.
Yeah, Parker will reply and just basically say, I'll keep you updated.
So Tony walks to the elevator, having, I imagine, you following behind.
Yes.
You get into the elevator. You see there's...
What's this?
This right here, you're not sure. This labeled as a bathroom from the outside, however.
Okay.
There's the toilet that's knocked over.
So is there a door that leads?
Yeah, there's a door that leads there, but there's someone standing in front of it.
I'm gonna go talk to him. I want to go over and talk to him.
So as you're talking to him...
Well, I'll let you do that thing first.
Yeah. So as you're talking to him, you get into the elevator.
Yes.
And as you step inside, you see there are a few other people who go to step inside as well, and Tony kind of like puts his hand out, and they, look a little nervously. It's just like patrons. They step back.
Yeah.
You two get into the elevator alone, and as it ascends, when you reach the second floor, you realize that there are actually two doors on the elevator. There's one door that comes out where you came in, essentially, the door that you walked through, but there's one on the side.
Interesting.
And when the elevator reaches the top, that door doesn't open. Tony would reach over with a key, put it into a lock, the door slides open. And you can see what looks like a VIP lounge area.
Oh,
with
fancy.
One-way glass looking out into the, essentially right onto the performance stage.
Yeah.
Sitting at a couch at the back, you see someone that you recognize as Melvin. who has Selena like curled up, like on his shoulder.
Yeah. First thing he's going to check out are her arms.
Okay.
He's going to glance at her arms and see how the infection is.
It looks a little bit further along, but not by much.
So she's still been receiving treatment.
And there is a third figure in the room who is standing essentially not in front of them, but closer towards the elevator, essentially blocking your path between the two.
Mm-hmm.
He is a tall man wearing a suit, fully bald, has a very thin face and a very thin body, and he has circular spectacles, the linen glasses would be the easiest way to describe them.
Oh, we're talking about
Yes.
Yeah.
And he basically just gives you a cold stare as you walk forward. And as someone who has the dead eyes, he also has the dead eyes.
Respect. Respect across the screen. He's probably seen many people die.
So, what do you do? Tony, doesn't go in. He basically,
He's
stays in the elevator.
Going to step forward and acknowledge the man with the glasses first.
Yeah, man nods.
Yeah.
Melvin looks up. He's like, I remember you from the fair. What do you want?
The Ripley. A lot of people been talking about it. Something that I think we've all been infected with.
You see a smirk on his face. Yeah.
You don't seem concerned.
No, I'm not concerned.
Interesting.
Selena told me about this Doc. He's a quack. He doesn't know what this stuff is. Me and Selena here decided we're gonna embrace it.
I don't like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, downstairs.
I'm going to. So, does anyone appear to be like drunk?
Not openly, no.
But I'm gonna assume that someone's drunk. I feel safe in assuming. Well, you're a wizard.
You're a wizard, Parker.
Oh, there's a chance that we're gonna fucking end up in combat.
Oh, more than likely, yeah.
I realize well the map is here now.
Yeah.
Am I missing somebody?
But
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
I'm going
I guess I am.
I'm going to walk up to him and go, well, hello there, friend. What happens to be in this room?
Do you want to use this?
None of your business, friend.
I'm not your friend, pal.
None of my business is in.
As in, buzz off.
Well, my boss, Parker Barrow, said that I needed to check the inventory.
Uh-huh.
And is this where the inventory is?
No, that's behind the bar. This is a private room.
It's where the hookers go.
Private as in.
Private as in you're not welcome.
Well, can I at least know what's in there?
There's a floor, there's a ceiling, and some walls. That good enough?
Well, not really. But
why are you so insistent on seeing inside here?
Well,
Just very curious.
as you know, Parker Barrow's inside guy, if this is an empty room where stock could go, you may be able to work out a deal.
It's not an empty room.
Well, what's in there then, friend?
None of ya.
Okay then, friend. I'll leave you be then.
Good, thank you.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then.
Okay. Yeah, bathroom does have a connecting wall with that as far as you can tell.
There's not a door there, obviously.
No, but I bet you could listen.
I'll roll a listen check. I'm not good at it.
It's going to be at a setback because of the loud music in the room.
Yeah, there's no way, but I'll definitely attempt it. That's 30. Already a fail. Yeah, it's 40.
Yeah.
It's already a fail.
So, you kind of like press your ear to the wall. Meanwhile, somebody who's like, over there taking a piss kind of looks over at you like, what the hell are you doing? Because you're just like sitting there with your ear pressed to a wall. On the other side, you can't really hear anything over the sound of the music.
Nothing, friend. Just making sure, everything's up to code. I'm going to try to, see if there's, a hidden... Dude.
Check for vents.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, check
to see if there's there's a way.
The guy sitting there peeing and sees you push a vent out and crawling.
There's
what?
a way to interconnect that
Gotta
room.
make sure the vents are up to code.
If there's an interconnecting, either whether it be a secret compartment or a vent or something.
It does look like there's probably vents, but they're not video game vents where they're
tiny.
Yeah, they're plenty of room for a person to fit there. No, it's an actual vent. There's no way
we
a
could
human
drive
could
a
fit
car
through
through
there.
here.
So there's pressing the wall, tapping the wall, knocking on the wall. There's nothing super obvious.
Feels pretty solid.
Okay, well,
What happens when you knock on the wall and someone knocks back?
I don't get to know what's in there. So I'm going to head back out, and I'm going to go talk to the guy at the elevator.
Alright.
Is anyone allowed up to the second floor? Is that just...
No, go right ahead.
Oh. I'm gonna go up to the second floor,
Okay.
guys.
So yeah, you get inside. You go up to the second floor. You haven't experienced what Parker did.
Yeah.
The elevator comes to a stop. The door in front of you opens. There is still a door to the side which doesn't open. You would guess it maybe be some sort of access.
Am I in by myself?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
I was going to say, do you really want to pick that lock?
I'm gonna go out and see what...
So as you walk out, you walk around the side of the building, and you can see that as soon as you turn the corridor, there are two large windows that look out into the lower part of the bar where you just came from. You can see a great view of the stage. Quite a few of people are sitting up here, essentially enjoying drinks and meals up here and watching the performance, which is just across from them.
But nothing else up here.
Not really. There's, windows outside. You can see a pretty decent view of the bay.
Okay. I can't see Parker standing on the other side, right? Correct? If I come out and try to look
I was going to say, this
through,
is one-way glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can
that's
see...
That's what I figured.
You can see a reflect, just a dark reflection.
That's what I figured. I mean, but I don't see Parker, so I kind of figure I know what's up.
So meanwhile, Parker.
Parker's going to kind of relay what just happened to Benny.
All right.
Kind of reach out and just mention, hey, they used a key to open up a separate door in the elevator. Selena's here. They don't seem pretty interested in curing the Ripley, as they call it.
Did you acknowledge that a lot of people in Little Italy are getting affected?
Not yet. I don't know how this may go. Stay close. He's rolling dice. I don't like that.
Okay. As you do.
Oh no! Selena's connected.
As you do, Selena says, "It's not nice to whisper when you have company."
Parker's going to kind of look up and just kind of chuckle a bit.
Do I hear that?
No.
Okay.
She says it out loud.
Okay.
Yeah. He's going to kind of chuckle a bit and be like, "Pardon me for being rude."
You're pardoned.
So, he's going to turn to the guy with the glasses, kind of nod towards him, just be like, "Your name?"
So, in a slightly German accent, he says, "You can call me Mr. Faust."
Faust.
Oh no, Faust! I read that. He's not good. Not a good guy.
I don't like this.
Not a good guy. Don't trust him.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Selena and Melvin, just kind of nod again towards the guy, like, friend of yours?
Bodyguard.
Interesting.
Tutor.
Hmm.
Interesting.
I could tell.
Tutor.
I don't like that.
I have theories exclusively based on his name. But
In this room, is the couch they're sitting on, is it the only couch?
There's another one. Yeah.
Alright.
So you could go.
I start to say he's gonna motion. May I join you?
Go right ahead.
Alright. So he's
Enjoy
gonna...
the show. I take it you wanted to talk business, aside from this whole Ripley thing.
Yeah.
They named it after me.
So I noticed. Alright, so he's gonna sit on the couch, cross his arms. Where do you keep the stock?
Well, not here, obviously.
Mm.
We got warehouses.
Interesting. Good.
Yeah, how much can you provide?
Right now, not much, but in maybe a week or so I could have you a pretty decent amount.
All right, good to hear. How much are you charging?
Depends on what quality you want.
Yeah, only the best.
I don't...
You could see I've come into a little landfall of money, so...
How'd that happen?
Like I said, me and Selena have chosen to embrace it.
Mm.
And our competition has yet to keep up.
Interesting. Wouldn't happen to be causing any nosebleeds, have you?
No? Well, maybe, but that's the least of their issues, I imagine.
Oh, Charles Gray. That's what he's like. Man, I saw that this morning. Just kind of left Selena. She was with us for a while and was helping us investigate, and she just left. What for?
Yeah, he glances over at Selena. Selena glances over at him. And she says, I thought that I needed to be cured, and then I realized that I don't.
So you're not worried about it taking over?
No, not really.
Doesn't seem to have spread as much.
He says, like I said, that doctor's a quack.
He... Oh, God, I don't even know what to do with this situation. I guess he's going to just try to keep his mind as blank as possible. Not to share too much emotion or anything. Just kind of stay calm and think on it for a moment. I guess we should set up a day to meet up somewhere private so I can get you the stock.
That sounds like a plan. Oh, how about this Friday?
Sounds good. Where?
How about... Yeah, he gives you a fairly secluded location. Just, somewhere neutral ground.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So he is going to try to just as discreetly as possible examine them, and he's going to see if Melvin has been visibly infected.
Okay.
So.
You don't need to roll a spot hit. Looking
Okay.
over him, you can see a slight discoloration in his beard. His hair is more of a darker brown,
Mm-hmm.
but his beard hair is coming in a lighter color.
Oh,
Although it looks like it might be mixed in.
gotcha.
You can also see it on the palms of his hands.
Ew. It's been touching her. At least on the arms.
Yeah.
No PDA. Come on now.
But
Ew, gross. They've been holding hands. Disgusting.
Before marriage, wow.
Yeah, I can't believe these sluts. We're not here to slut shame. Let them hold hands.
Stop.
Let them hold hands!
So,
Yes.
what do you do?
What are you gonna do if you're wrong? If it does end up taking over? What's your plan then?
You know, he shrugs his shoulders, says, it doesn't really seem to be spreading in any hurry right now. And to be honest, I didn't really expect to live that long anyway. So,
Parker's gonna kind of raise his eyebrows because you know what? Fair. It's not wrong.
right now it gives me an edge. And to be honest, if it kills me in 10 years, I'm probably going to live longer than I would have anyway.
Fair. It's making a little bit of sense. Now, do I think I don't want this cured? Hell no. I want this thing off me. But
I'm going to head back. I'm going to try to find Tony. I'm going to head back downstairs and try to find
Okay.
Tony.
Yeah, he's easy to spot. His head is weirdly flat.
I want to talk to him whenever they're done.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you can move on to him if you want because I'll try to think of my next actions because I don't know. Just shoot him.
So I'm going to walk up to Tony and I go, yes, friend, I am looking for a job a bit closer to home.
Uh-huh. What sort of job do you want?
I'm going to pull out a deck of cards. Well, you see, I am a bit of a magician.
Uh-huh. So, are you thinking of maybe putting on a performance here?
Yes.
Alright. I mean, I'm not the guy to talk to. I'm just,
Well, who would I talk to?
you probably want to talk to either Melvin or John behind the bar over there.
All right, I'll
John does the day-to-day. Melvin's... You don't want to bother Melvin about too much.
I'll go talk to John then. Thank you for your help. I want to go talk to the bartender, John.
Alright.
And, same thing. Like, well, Tony there said that you were the man to talk to if I wanted a performance position here.
Yeah, I can help you if you... What do? Do you sing?
No, I don't sing very well, but I am a magician.
Uh-huh. Like, sawing people in half?
I mean, I can.
So can I, but I just, gets a little messy.
Yeah, but, well, my victims are alive by the end of the performance. If everything goes well.
And defeats the purpose of sawing people
Typically,
in half,
and I'm gonna pull out this deck of cards. Typically, I am a card magician.
Uh-huh. I don't know how well that would translate to a crowd.
Well, I mean, they're pretty good tricks.
Uh-huh. Alright, well, show me one. Let's see what you got.
I'm gonna do a card trick.
Alright, roll a performance. Alright.
Performance!
Roll a card trick.
Yeah.
I believe we had established it's sleight of hand.
Yeah, it's a sleight of hand trick. I hope to God it is. That's why it's so high.
No, it's actually gonna be an appraise check.
Yeah.
Library use.
Library use, weirdly enough.
Oh, bad boy. That is an
3.
extreme.
Oh,
That is a 3.
so you not only do you perform a really well constructed trick, you go through the whole allure of it.
Yeah.
The mysticism
Yeah.
behind it. How you put the card to his forehead and be like, think really hard about the
Yeah.
suit and the number, and the number, and eventually you essentially do a card trick where he drew a card and you seem to read his mind
Yeah.
as to what he drew.
That's what happened. We're not breaking the mat. Like, again, as vague as possible is the best thing that we can do. And like, ta-da there, friend.
He's like, that was actually really good.
Yes.
I'm really impressed. But
I also have a bit of experience in the thing that Houdini does.
escape artistry.
Yes, I believe they call it escapology, but yes, that too.
Yeah.
And then what we're doing here, escapism.
Yeah.
my whole life.
Yeah, but I'm pretty good at that too, there, friend.
Well, I mean, that might be a little bit better on stage. The card trick, it's really cool one-on-one.
Yeah.
It was amazing. You blew my mind, but I don't see it pleasing a crowd of, 40 or 50 people.
Can I use 10 points of luck
Uh-huh.
to summon some handcuffs to lock myself down?
Sure.
And then
Go ahead and spend those 10 points of luck.
and
I
then
don't like that.
demonstrate,
Cause Because you won't need them.
And as you're locked up, you hear the howling screech of the wendigos.
and then
Always pick the worst possible time.
and then seriously the howling screech of the Wendigo. Okay.
And maybe
then-
the Wendigos into some kinky shit. Maybe
And then pretty quickly
That's my favorite thing.
Okay.
and then pretty quickly try to do some magic,
Yeah.
show them that I cannot get out of this just by breaking it, and then just lockpick it out. And if you want me to roll for it, I can, but
No,
I assure you,
I think you have
Yeah.
good enough lock picking.
I'm still here for the kinky Wendigo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Reach around, grab the chain of the handcuffs,
break-
yeah.
Into the back
Pulls,
room.
yeah.
Break out of it
Benny
fairly
screaming,
simply.
Hill's digging, please!
Break out of it fairly
Jazz
easily.
starts to play in the club.
Yeah.
You hear careless whispers.
But yeah, break out of it.
Playing that.
Break out of it fairly easily, and
Yeah.
I don't have any of the cool showy things with me because, to be frank, it's kind of a pain to lug around, but
Well, I mean, I'm sold. You available next week? Booked
absolutely.
up till then, but all right, awesome. I'll mark you down. Now, what's your name again?
Benny.
All right.
I go. My stage name is Benedict the Honest.
All right. Well, he goes over payment with you. Essentially, if you do this job, you're going to be getting a slight increase to the amount of cash that you have.
Sure. Yep.
Not the spending money that you have
Yeah.
per day, but usually your cash.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
your
yeah,
bank
yeah.
account will go
Yeah.
up.
So if you do have to dip into that, you
Yeah.
have a little
Yeah,
extra.
that's fine. And that would be next week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hopefully not next Friday.
Hopefully that's next Friday. What day exactly?
Next Friday.
No, damn it.
Split the party.
Split the party. The party.
Hopefully, if it works out, we'll go get the stuff.
And I won't. And I'll be here in time.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else to do.
As long
here.
as the bar's still set.
Bud. So.
Hopefully, the club's not on fire.
Have you thought about what you wanted to do?
Yeah, you're still enjoying the
Yeah,
performance.
because
just,
I'm tapped out of what I wanted
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to get back
Parker
into
is
that
going
room.
to kind of look down through the window. He's going to get up and look around, look down, kind of nod. It's in that other door over there.
he's looks down and says, "You don't need to worry about that. Maybe if our dealings go smooth, and we'll talk about it if you're curious. But, not important right now."
All right, he's going to kind of nod a bit. He understands. Illegal business. Don't want to pull out all the stops. Don't want to show everything.
Benny, as you are, finishing up your gig, or setting up your gig,
Yeah.
you would see that the guy.
Am I setting it up to perform now?
No, to perform next Friday.
Yeah.
I guess getting the tricks and everything that you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not setting
Oh,
up, but just getting
getting
Yeah.
the information.
talking to
Okay,
John.
okay.
You glance over and you see the guy that was standing at the door has moved over. It looks like he's going to the bathroom for a minute. No one's taken his place.
Here's my chance. I'm good to go, right?
Seems like it.
Okay. Well, I will be back next Friday.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you
All
perform.
right. Well, you have a good day. I'll be here,
John.
John. And then just kind of try to dip into that door,
Yeah. Okay. So you go to the door. It is locked.
bro.
Yeah.
I'll roll for it.
Yeah.
I'll roll for it, bro. Dude, it's in my wheelhouse. The thing I'm good at. Just try to not be
Nonchalant.
nonchalant and just.
Be very inconspicuous about it.
That is 22. That is a hard success.
Parker's still just mind blank. Not just watching.
So you're watching the performance.
Oh, yeah, I am watching the performance.
No.
Watching him break into this door. I'm like, wow, impressive. Selena hears, wow, impressive.
So you slip into the room, and as you slip into the room, you would see Faust just basically, get up from his position on the wall, very calmly, walks over to the elevator.
I don't know that.
Now, I don't know. Actually, I want you to roll a spot hidden
Okay.
with setback.
Okay.
I don't want to
Because you did a really good job.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's hard to see.
Oh.
Okay, there's an 8.
Yay!
With the setback, still a success.
Still a success.
Yes.
So you would have actually seen moments before Faust stood up the moment where Benny slipped into the room. You just sort of caught a glance at Benny and kept an eye on him because it's Benny.
Yeah.
Right? So you see the moment where he slips into the room is almost immediately the moment where Faust began to move.
All right. So he's real quick. So he's going to kind of nod and just kind of sigh for a bit. Just, nod to the Selena and Melvin. Fuck. Melvin, and just be like, all right, I best be off. Hold the elevator for me, please. To Faust.
Yeah.
And he's going to get in and ride the elevator down with him.
So, you get into the elevator with Faust. It's a very tense.
Faust, my bad.
Inside the room, you would see there are probably about half a dozen humanoid figures who are essentially, they look almost chained to the walls, not like shackled or anything, but they have handcuffs on. Those handcuffs are like going up to the ceiling. And I say humanoid figures because they are covered
in hair,
in the growths.
How did I had a feeling. I had a feeling.
Hello?
Starts like moving towards you, pulling against the chains.
Do you understand English?
There's no coherent response, although when you say that, the other 5 of them slowly stand up and begin moving towards you, pulling against the chains.
Do they seem mindless?
For the most part, yeah.
Parker is going to reach out to Benny at this point and just very calmly say, I think we need to go.
And
You know what? No, he's going to be more authoritative than that. He's going to say, we're leaving.
I'm going to look at the things and go, I'm so sorry that I can't help you. And just slip back out.
Alright. So, as you slip back out, the elevator, comes to a stop. Faust begins walking across the bar. Time to use these tokens. You are here, right? Faust is here. And Benny, Benny, you are back at the door.
Cool, I'm the elevator.
Here.
Does he see me?
Faust
No.
makes his way there,
Blocking the door.
blocking the door, and stands with his arms crossed.
Gotcha.
I'm going to go towards Parker first.
Alright. Faust is simply just standing there with his arms crossed.
And then once I get to Parker,
So you walk over to Parker.
and I'm like, we'll talk about what I saw in there later, but we need to get out of here. This is obviously a death trap.
Yeah, he's going to kind of nod and look to, is it Faust?
Yes.
Okay, Faust. I'm thinking like Faust,
No, it's Faust.
which is Harlow's last name. Harlow Faust.
I know what Faust is. I read that book.
Yeah. I don't like this. I don't like this.
But,
yeah. So, I'm going to take a wild guess and say human experimentation, stuff
Nope.
like that.
Soul is soul of the devil.
Oh, okay. Even better.
Yeah.
Man. Delicious. I love this.
And got
arcane knowledge out of it. So
Cool.
when they say he's been a tutor,
Gotcha.
I had my theories.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna head together.
Yeah.
Along together.
Before they reach the door, he's going to try to reach out to Faust and ask him why he's blocking the door. Not aloud.
Yeah.
Mentally.
So you do this as you walk towards him?
Yes.
So the two of you walk towards Faust. As you send that message, you don't get any response. You're not sure if it went through. Faust locks eyes with you, walks over towards you, and says in a cool, calm voice, "You will forget about what you saw in that room. And I want you to make an opposed power check."
Oh,
power?
Boy.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
I rolled 34. That's a success.
You rolled a 34?
That's a success.
Your mind immediately blanks on the last few minutes. You're not really sure how you got here. The last thing you remember, you were lockpicking the door.
I'm going to... If I spend luck, I can spend 10 points of luck to make it a hard success.
It probably still wouldn't.
Fuck. I'm going to spend 10 points of luck to make it a hard success.
Alright.
Still...
The results are the same.
Damn it, okay.
I started to say, I was like,
if it were an extreme, then...
That's fine.
I spit
my luck. I mean...
If it makes you feel any better, Parker's pretty damn sure he knows what's back there.
So yeah, I forgot.
He hasn't seen it, but
the last few minutes, so did I forget John?
No.
No, okay, I remember.
The last thing you remember is picking the lock on the door,
lock.
and then everything that was in that room is just gone from your mind. You know there was something there, but you have no idea what it was.
What, how did I get here?
Parker is maintaining...
And then Faust steps to the side and says...
Parker's maintaining eye contact with him the whole time.
Mr. Ripley is looking forward to doing business with you. Do not mess it up.
Parker's going to smirk and they're going to head out the door.
Alright. So, you guys step outside, and I think that's a good place to call it.
It's Parker Barrow. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.